Hi, and welcome to the Unit 2 exam review presentation. In this presentation, I will tell you a little bit about the exam and give you instructions for today. So first off, sorry I cannot be there today. I have a chemistry planning meeting, but please note that I will be available on Friday at lunch and after school, Monday at lunch, and you can always call, email, or text me anytime, including the weekends, if you have questions or need assistance. So about the exam, as you probably know, the exam will be held Monday and Tuesday. On Monday, that's sections 1 and 2, that's multiple choice and free response, and you have about 55 minutes for those sections. And then on Tuesday, it's section 3, which is the lab practical section. You can also choose to use that time to finish up sections 1 and 2 if necessary. The learning targets that are covered on the unit exam are the same that were covered in quiz 1 and 2, and so here's a list of them here. Just so you know, for some learning targets, they will not be tested directly, meaning there won't be a question that directly aligns to that learning target, but you need that knowledge to answer questions in another learning target. So that's why I've included all of them there, although you may not find them all on the exam. If you have questions about that, please see me on Friday. But for today, what your plan is to review for the unit exam, and there are two parts of it. The first part is creating a plan. You'll find the documents for creating the plan, the Unit 2 exam review plan, in the folders on your tables. And then the second part is the Unit 2 practice exam, which is posted in Google Classroom. And I'll talk to you about each of these now. So for the Unit 2 exam review plan, you'll see this document, and in the far left corner are the learning targets that are on the exam. The first thing you want to do is, for each learning target, check your grade in jump rope. Okay, so you just go ahead and just write whatever grade you currently have in jump rope for that learning target. Then after you've written down that grade, you want to rate your confidence. And the reason why we're doing both of these is because sometimes these two are not aligned, meaning sometimes you could have a high grade in jump rope, but you're not confident in that learning target, or vice versa. You have a low grade in jump rope, but you actually are feeling confident in it. You're then going to use both your grade and your confidence rating, and probably more so your confidence rating, to make a plan about what you want to do for review. So for example, let's say for 2.01, you have a 75 in jump rope. And your confidence rating, though, is much higher than a 75, is close to a 1. So maybe what you're going to do in that case is you're just going to do several practice problems before the exam. Let's say for learning target 2.02, conservation of matter, however, you also have a 75 in jump rope, but in this case, your confidence rating is more of a 4. So you're not feeling super confident in it. What would you do to review? Well, some things I suggest is using the quiz review sheets, also the playlist, and your notes. All of that will be posted in this Google Classroom document. Review the notes for that learning target. Then try practice problems, check your answers, correct any mistakes, etc. Okay. But in any learning target you're not confident in, you want to start with reading over the notes, because sometimes you'll find after you read the notes that you actually do know a little bit more than you thought you did. Once you reviewed it, your learning targets, you're going to check yes. If you haven't reviewed it before the exam, you want to put a no, and then that way that kind of gives you a sense of what you were prepared for and what you were not prepared for. And later on, when you receive your exam back, you have a better sense of whether or not you did your best and what you want to do for next time. So in addition to the plan, there's also this practice exam. So after you make your plan, you may choose to go straight into doing the studying and doing the reviewing, or you may choose to go straight into the practice exam. In either case, you need to do this practice exam before you take the exam. So what is this practice exam about? First of all, there are 35 questions. The exam itself does not have 35 questions, but I chose multiple choice questions that are similar to the ones on the exam, like very similar. It's sort of like doing your take one and where the exam will be your take two. And then also it covers content from section 2. So there are no free response questions that you would see in section 2, but the content is very similar, or there are questions that will help you answer questions in section 2. So you definitely want to do this. Now, since you don't have hard copies, you want to show your work on separate piece of paper. On top of the Chrome cart, there's a big stack of loose leaf paper. Take as much as you need and use that to show your work, or use your own loose leaf paper. Then you want to check your answers, which I will post these in Google Classroom, and correct any mistakes. This is a time when you want to maybe check in with a partner or neighbor if they answered it correctly and you didn't, or vice versa. Like, help one another out with this. If you still have any questions, stop by tomorrow. And if you want a hard copy, you can also stop by tomorrow as well. I know some people prefer to write it directly on the paper. So I wish you all the best and good luck in studying for the exam. And the expectation is for today that you do your best and ask questions. And I hope you all have a quality weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.